Hallo, dear viewer, hallo Leute und herzlich willkommen. Ich bin Sir Nigel Coggs, and today we are going to play Sid Meier's Pirates. Now, there have been a variety of Sid Meier's Pirates games made before. There was the original version made for the Commodore 64 and the Apple II, and DOS, the DOS EGA. Later on, they came out with new versions for Sega Genesis, and DOS again, a new version for DOS called Pirates Gold. And this is the newest version of this game, just called Sid Meier's Pirates. Now, we're going to play one of my saved games. We're going to start from there, but before we do, I wanted to show you something. Here's the intro you can watch for yourself. When you make a new game or a new character in this game, how experienced you are sets how far apart your stance is. So if you are a true pirate, you set your feet far apart. So for those unfamiliar, Pirates is sort of an adventure game or like a light role-playing game where you command a fleet of ships, and you can either follow quests, which you collect through the game, or you can just kind of sail around the Caribbean and do whatever you want. Just collect fame and fortune and gold and all that. Now, we are sailing for the English crown under this character, so we are going to go have some fun with the Spanish, because I believe that... Let's see, Captain's Log. I believe that the English are at war with the Spanish at the moment. So, here is a Spanish ship. It's a trade galleon, so it should have a lot of goods on it. You can control the game with the mouse or with the number pad, which means it might not be so easy to play on a laptop, but it's the best to play with a number pad. Much better than with a mouse. We are actually going to capture this ship. Just sail right into them. And they have surrendered. We're going to capture them so that we can, we'll take some of their crew so that we can have more cargo space. So we'll keep the ship, take all their stuff. And just like a lot of games these days, even though this game originally predates many of the other games with this sort of trading mechanic, in this game you can take goods from ships you capture, or you can go to different ports and buy goods, and then find other ports to sell the goods at that perhaps are buying the goods for a higher price. Now with this one, let's see if we can get in a sword fight rather than simply blasting them for a bit and then having them surrender. Although if they're intimidated enough, they might surrender automatically anyhow, even without a sword fight. Nope, sword fight it is. Long sword. Now this is sort of like an advanced version of rock, paper, scissors. You have different attacks that you can do, different blocks that you can do. And so you have to, if you want to block, you have to follow their tells. It gives you an idea of how they're going to attack with their sword, so you can do the appropriate block or move to counter their attack. So we have to get this guy here. You can see at the bottom of the screen, it says how much of his crew is left and how much of our crew is left and who has the advantage. And the advantage is all based on how you're doing in the sword fight, and also how much crew you have compared to how much crew they have, influences, how well you do in the sword fight. It's all kind of linked to each other. So let's talk with the governor, visit the governor. So, war with the Spanish and the French. My character's already the maximum rank he can be in the English system in this game, but you can still gain more land, even though you can't rank up any. So the governor will sometimes offer you some fencing practice, which is fine to take. I believe when you do the fencing practice, I think it'll give you alerts in the little control box in the bottom right-hand corner, letting you know which button you should hit to successfully dodge the incoming attack. So you can see that normally you're supposed to dodge the attack and then counterattack. When you play the game in apprentice mode, the easiest mode, you always get those alerts. So go to the tavern and try to pick up some more men here. That doesn't sound right, but you know what I mean, for the crew. So get some more men for the crew. See any good treasure maps available? A ruby ring. Nah. That's quite alright. Talk to the barmaid, because why wouldn't you? I mean, why not? And the barkeep always has bits of news and information and whatnot. Okay, let's trade with the merchant. We have a lot of extra goods at 18 gold per ton, so we can sell all of those. Until we clear the merchant out. We still have more we need to sell, so we'll have to go to a different port if we want to sell all of it. Trade galleons aren't exactly the most fearsome of ships, but they're what we have, so let's go fight some more ships. So yes, this game does consist quite a bit of just attacking with ships, and you can also attack towns. If you have enough people when you attack a town, you can change the governor, install whatever kind of governor you want. So here, this is a French ship, as I'm sure you've already seen. And that's how you're supposed to dodge attacks. I just usually don't really bother. Now let's see if we can sell more stuff, because now I'm planning on dividing up the plunder, dividing up the gold. So what you want to do when you do that is sell as much stuff as you can so that you have the most gold possible to divide up among the crew. Okay, repair them so they're worth more. So this ship is worth more, so we want to sell it. Keep this one. So sell that ship. Now we divide the plunder. So this tells you how much each crew member is going to get and how much you're going to get. And now if you want to, after dividing the plunder, you can continue your journey fresh with a fresh boat, a fresh crew, or you can go to an easier difficulty level, or you can retire. Let's go ahead and retire and see what sort of progress I've made with this character. So you can see these are all the possible careers you can get in the game after retiring from being a pirate. So we kind of got in the middle here with a parson all the way up to being a governor, and how much fame you accumulated and everything. So basically, what are my views of this version of Pirates? Well, it's a fun game. The graphics are decent. It has some nice new features over previous games. It displays more information about what you're doing, which is nice. But as far as the gameplay itself goes, it's just okay. By far, I would say the best, most fun version of Pirates has to be the version for the Commodore 64. And then the second most fun version is Pirates Gold. That one's really fun too. So if you're looking to play a version of Sid Meier's Pirates and you have access to either the Commodore 64 or DOS EGA version, or you have access to the Pirates Gold version, then play one of those. But this one's okay too. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Make sure you thumbs up if you like. That's always appreciated. Tune in again next time. And remember, if you believe in the unicorns, they'll believe in you. Viel Spaß!